live in an alternate fantasy land, that being about 5 to 6% of the public who believe the moon landing was fake, well then today is just another day. Given today's historic anniversary, I thought maybe it would be interesting to explore the thought process of somebody who just thinks it's a hoax. And there's one individual whose name keeps coming up when you look into this subject, but then I found some video. I saw this ugly encounter that I think he shall remain nameless, at least on my program, initiated with Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin, that ends with this.
Come with me, Buzz.
You really like it, don't you? You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Coward, liar. He didn't fully get out the word thief, but that's where it was headed. Needless to say, once I saw this, I said, we can't have this guy on. No charges were filed against Aldrin. With me now is Dr. Asheley Landrum, an assistant professor and psychologist at Texas Tech University who attended something called the Flat Earth International Conference near Raleigh, North Carolina in 2017. Dr. Landrum, whether it's the Earth is flat, whether it's OJ didn't really do it, whether it's we didn't land on the moon, what I most want to say to folks who buy into these is, wait a minute, do you know how many individuals would have had to have been involved and able to keep a secret? Why doesn't that resonate with people who buy into these thoughts?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One, many conspiracy theorists or people who believe that these theories are true will tell you it's really not that many people who have to buy into it, but that there's something called compartmentalization where only one or two of the sort of top people in charge of the conspiracy know everything. And as you go further and further down, then people just know what other people have told them. Two, some of the people who are conspiracy theorists really wouldn't put it past authorities and other officials who have power to hold these secrets. And there's actually research showing that people who believe conspiracies would actually be willing to engage in a conspiracy themselves.
So do they have an alternate explanation, or is it enough to just sit back and poke holes at conventional wisdom?
Well, so each person has sort of their alternate explanation or their model of what they think happened. But that belief isn't really as important to them as the belief that whatever the official or public-facing story is not true. So you'll see a lot of disagreement among people in the conspiracy communities about each of the individual theories. But they're okay with that. And they're okay with being wrong about their own specific theory. But they're not okay with being wrong that the public with their views about the public story being false.
Who are they politically, ideologically? I mean, did they shift to the left? Did they shift to the right? Do they come from all different backgrounds? Is there something you can tell me about what unifies them?
So in our research, we talked to about 30 people at the first International Flat Earth Conference, and then we've also spoke to about that many at the second one. And they really seem to be very politically diverse, very economically diverse. One thing that we found with regard to political views is that even though some would describe themselves as more conservative and some would describe themselves as more liberal, is that none of them actually participate in the political process, that most of them refuse to vote, in part because they really don't think that it matters, that sort of everything is rigged anyway.
Right. The whole thing is fixed, so why am I going to waste my time? Dr. Landrum, thank you very much. It's a fascinating subject. We appreciate your being here.
Thank you.